We just heard a powerful word from Brother Jesse Rincones about how you can influence your church culture to encourage students to love the Lord with all of their minds. And now we want to, and you just saw a video about Education Sunday, about the way that your church can participate in something that's happening nationally. And now we're going to hear from Brother JAVIER VALDEZ. Brother JAVIER serves as an educational counselor, a pastor. He is a graduate of Louisiana Baptist University, and we're excited to hear from him a challenge, especially for you today.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to today's challenge. My name is JAVIER VALDEZ. So a couple of days ago, I was approached by a young man in our community. And he was telling me, Pastor, I really, lost my way. I was really involved in the church, and I was really heavily involved with the community outreach ministries. And so what can I do to get back to where I was before? Well, perhaps there's someone out there right now that perhaps is going through the same thing that this young man is going through. Somehow you have tasted the sweetness of the Lord, you have tasted the goodness of God, and somehow you've just lost your way along this journey we call life. And so today, I want to really encourage you to really seek the Lord and don't give up. Perhaps there's someone out there who's kind of hiding behind the smiles, you're hiding behind the hugs at church, and perhaps you're just hiding behind the handshakes, and maybe somebody's out there is just hurting. I want to let you know that don't give up. You thought about letting go. There's a passage in the Bible that really stands out to me. It's found in the book of Psalms, chapter 73. This song was written by a gentleman by the name of Asaph, and he was one of the musicians. And one of the things that really caught my attention, got my really attention on this, was the fact that this guy really understood what he meant to have tasted the goodness of God, yet at the same time had dropped so low to the point of giving up and just letting go. And today I want to share a little bit of this passage in the life of Asaph. And this is what he says in the book of Psalms, chapter 73. It says, "Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped, but I was envious of the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." He was almost at the close of his life to letting go of everything else. If you ever thought about letting go of your marriage right now, perhaps in your church membership, or perhaps the thought of just going back to school or not, I got good news for you. God has good news for you, that God is with you, and God has a plan and a purpose for your life. And he goes on to explain why he thought that this was unfair, and he began to see the things of the world. He says, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm." He's talking about the wicked people around his life. "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." And he says, "Therefore pride compassed them about of a chain, violence covered them as a garment." And he goes on to say over and over again how these people in the world are living a lot better than he was. Well, and then he came to the conclusion. And in verse 12, he said, "Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, they increase in riches. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. For all day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning." And here we see, he closes with this. It says, "Nevertheless, I am continually with thee. Thou hast hold me by my right hand. Thou shalt guide me with thy counsel, and afterwards receive me to glory. Whom I have heard in heaven, there is none upon thee that I desire beside thee." So God bless you. I hope this was a blessing to you as it was for me in his presence.